Hi, everybody. This is Steve. I'm going to run down some tips here for helping you sort out what kind of headlines and descriptions, what words to use as far as SEO is concerned for the interviews that we've done for the podcast and livecast, and we're setting up now on the YouTube channel. You've submitted some. We need to do some work on this, and hopefully I can get you pointed in the right direction on this. Also, since we're working with the transcripts, I've added a transcript from the livecast with Clint Arthur. So you can go ahead and add this to our working transcript for the um, um, book, John, and we'll look a little bit also at things that you can do here to add these. So, just very quickly, if right now I'll show you how the easiest way to handle working with these documents that we've uploaded to the subdirectory. The best thing to do is be logged into the Gmail account that you use to share our Google Docs, and then when you open this, again, we came here from our directory where I've loaded this via FTP. It opens up the document, and then what you can do is you can convert this to a Google Doc, and that way you'll be able to work with Google Doc Editor and quickly find out where you want to go within the document. Okay, so I did this with you for the one with Rob and invited you, but you don't necessarily have to do that. We just need to collaborate on the primary document where we're putting together the book. But this will give you the ability to go in here now and either share or now edit by using the suggested edits. And let's see, first of all, when you do this, go ahead and actually make the changes. Now, in here, what she's indicating, the person who's transcribed this, is that she couldn't understand the interview at 1 minute and 53 seconds into it. So if you can, if you can understand it, go back in there and look at listen to what I was saying at 1 minute and 53 seconds into this. And if you can't figure it out, you just, make a note over here and let me know and make a suggested edit. But the real reason for this project is you're working with these videos that we've chopped up and submitted from the full interview, in this case with Rob Cuesta. And so when you create a document this way and convert it to a Google Doc and prepare it for interview, what you can do is you can type in here, just like on you type on Journal Command F will let's see, am I in the right place here? Google Docs, yes. So you'd be able to go in here and search. In this case, we don't want this to be our title. We don't want this to be the primary focus because nobody's going to be looking for this. The purpose of this is to help people solve a problem. And throughout this interview, each of these questions solves a certain problem that people would type into Google or that they would ask Siri to solve for them about their problems promoting their business, getting leads, how to use Facebook, how to use Twitter. Joined up marketing is simply a term that Rob uses to explain his system to his clients. So this is not the right thing to use in here, but let's go find out quickly. Like down here, you're copying from the copy from the text. So let's go find this in our document. And it will bring us down here to the section of the transcription where that was. Or if I can find it again down here. Okay, so the promise of joined up marketing is what you would use here. That's not going to work. So you want to look through this segment of the transcript and figure out what it is that what pain we're solving, what it is that we're helping people to figure out how to do, or what we, so iTunes Also, you're looking for buzzwords like iTunes and podcast, but you don't want to use them in every single one. So depending on where you've gone with this so far, we want to have a look at this. And I'm telling them in this segment, he's coaching, teaching clients how to predictively place themselves on the internet, social media, Google. These are more buzzwords here. So we want to get the pieces of this interview with as many of these keyword buzzwords and solving a problem for somebody, like wasting money on marketing. Okay? Fed up wasting money on marketing. That would make a great title, because that's a problem that many people feel like they're doing right now. They don't know how to get the leads and sales they lost from the yellow pages, so they feel like they're throwing money out the window. They have a lot of people telling them things. So this would be a good headline for here. And again, you need to be logged into Channel Marketing Agency, into the YouTube Video Manager. I'm not there now because I'm conducting this webinar and want it to show up in the right place. But so you would change this title maybe to you could make this into a question: fed up with wasting money on marketing, and then use that in the title here as well, right? And get it into the tags, which you know about, you're not seeing right here, but that's the idea of this. So we want to do this so that in Instant Customer, you're copying and pasting this section or the headline, if it were for Twitter, with a hashtag. You want this to be done right the first time, so that you're getting the right content, the right keywords in there. So maybe it would be fed up with wasting money on marketing, and then we can't say that the that's always going to go down on how much money they're spending on marketing and where they're trying to do it. And you don't have to, don't put in the things about no promises or anything, but how can I spend, how can I use it on better things rather than the stuff that I've tried and hasn't been working. So you would have the fed up with wasting money on marketing, and then this is perfect for a big chunk of the description down here at the bottom, and then along with, of course, the link, and if we're using a phone number in there or whatever it is. And then you would use that in the description for all of the social casting that will go alongside of the video when you set up the templates for submission inside of Instant Customer. Okay, so these, in YouTube, I need you to go back and change these ones that have already been submitted. Don't worry about trying to change them and the things that have already been submitted to the social cast. That's okay. Do be saving these as templates inside of Instant Customer, though, so that we can go back and use them and resubmit them later on, and keep these edits that you've made on your spreadsheet so we know to change them when we go back and do resubmits later using those templates. Okay, guys, I'll show you a couple of more things here. When you're doing SEO work, what you can do with Google is go with putting your keyword phrase in here. So maybe it's and the keyword is podcast, and then type A for the first letter of the alphabet. And then this is Google telling you that these are things that people type in for the letter A for podcast, or B, podcast beyond books, beyond video. C, you get the idea here. Or maybe it's iTunes podcast A. iTunes podcast, alternative, Android. So you get the idea here. Not all of them are going to be appropriate for what we're doing, or could be online advertising A. So they're looking for agencies, they're looking for agreements, they're looking for analytics, right? So this is one way to do some quick have a quick look at words that you might want to use as long tail keywords to use with this. The other thing is, when you're doing these videos, they of course want 3 or 4 long tail keyword phrases in here. So again, you would want them to be the changes that we had made here. So it would be, you know, fed up with wasting money on marketing that doesn't work. So that's about 60 characters. So that would be our headline, and then that would be spun into the you know, the things that we grabbed from down here, and turned into about a 200 character description underneath down here. Okay, and then out of those, you know, you can always take this part of it, or just this and this, as one of the tags. You know, myself and whoever I'm interviewing should be one of the tags, and then out of the rest of the description, you should be able to come up with at least 3 other long tail keyword phrases out of the 200 characters that you have down here. And you can go back and do that when you edit this after it's been submitted, so don't worry too much about that. But again, in recapping this, the easiest way to do this and keep track is to convert this into a Google document, so that you are able to do a quick search to figure out where you're at if you're going in and editing these things. Of course, as you're going through the submissions, you'll know where you're at. But by converting it into a Google Doc, you can, by clicking on the beginning of the document, hit Command F if you're in using a Mac, or Control F if you're using a PC. You can then type in the keyword phrases that you're looking for, and I don't know if it's case sensitive or not. Let's test it. And then it takes you, so in this case, joined up marketing is something we used in the very first one, so you have to be careful you go into the right place. And in this case, it was, so the promise of joined up marketing will get us to the right section of the transcript right away, so that you don't have to go jumping around and hunt for this stuff and waste your time on that. So now it took us to the right spot where you can go grab your keyword phrases. So I mean, throughout these interviews, they're all about marketing. They're all about how to help people make more money using different tools, and those tools are the buzzwords: YouTube, Facebook, iTunes, podcast. Those things should make their way into the descriptions, along with the problem that we're solving in that segment of the interview. So I hope that this makes sense for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. This is Steve, your online marketing guy, and I appreciate your hard work. And let me know if you have any questions.